It's an abrocalypse. Let's get it. Welcome to the Cayman's Island podcast, where we talk all things San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, David Cayman. And in today's show, we're going to break down the Brock Purdy contract extension. Super excited about it, man. You all know how I feel about Brock Purdy, man. I love Brock Purdy as a person, as a quarterback, as the face of our San Francisco 49ers franchise for several reasons. And if you can't see how team-friendly and how much of a win-win this was for Brock Purdy as well as the San Francisco 49er franchise, I just don't know or understand what it is that you guys might be looking at. So let's break down the logistics of this deal, shall we? We've got a total value of $265 million over 5 years. That's going to bring your AAV, or your average annual value, to $53 million per season. Thing I like about this deal is it's very front-loaded. So you can say that in the first 3 years, essentially, Brock's getting about $55 million for the first 3 years. You've got $181 million in total guarantees. A lot of those guarantees are also front-loaded in the first 3 years of the deal. A substantial signing bonus. Brock also in this contract, which what I thought was pretty nice, and I think speak volumes for how the Niners trust Brock being the future, is that he has a no-trade clause. A no-trade clause in his contract. If you look at this at the face value without breaking this down, you're like, wow, man, Brock Purdy's getting all of this money. I'm gonna be honest, I don't understand the narrative on Brock. Why? I really don't get it. I don't understand why folks feel like Brock shouldn't get paid, or he's not even worth the contract that he just received. Brock, I think, did an excellent job of looking himself in the mirror and understanding that in order for him to be successful, in order to bring the 6th Lombardi trophy to San Francisco, he does need help around him. I think that last year, as sad as it was, as much of a gut punch as it was for the Niners not to make the playoffs, I think it also showed that Brock does need some help around him, right? Again, I want to be clear. He wasn't awful. He wasn't terrible. But when he started to press harder, things started collapsing around him. And I really want folks, my hope and my prayer for Brock is this, that he comes out this year and absolutely balls out of control. I want him to do so well that folks are like, man, this dude should have asked for $65 million for real. Okay? The reality of the situation is this. I'm looking at the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks. Now remember, Brock is the next man up. Period. And for all of these past or previous contracts, folks have just been paid more, gotten bigger deals, because that's the market, right? But now it comes time for Brock to get his bag, and it's, oh, well, Brock's got a super team. He's got to have X, Y, and Z around him. Look, guys, this is the NFL, man. It's the best of the best players in the world, okay? I'm looking at this top 10 list of quarterbacks, and I want to make a bold declaration right now. Dak Prescott, $60 million. I don't think Dak Prescott thinks Dak Prescott's worth no $60 million. I'm going to go so far as to say Brock has already accomplished more in the past than Dak Prescott will ever accomplish in his NFL career. I want to see Dak Prescott make an NFC title game. I wonder why. I wonder what quarterback that he's faced in the playoffs that's beat him as to why he hasn't made one of those NFC Championship games. Anyway, Dak, man. I don't see Dak Prescott making an NFC Championship or winning a Super Bowl. I'm just going to be absolutely transparent with you. Joe Burrow, man, Joe Cool is a monster. He deserves every bit of his $55 million. But I also want to say this. Can San Francisco get those two receivers on our team and see what Brock can do with that? I'm just saying. Anyway, Trevor Lawrence. Come on, man. Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is making $55 million on his deal. And I think everyone would agree that Brock's a better player. Has accomplished more than Trevor Lawrence will more than likely ever accomplish in his career. And again, Brock was the next man up. He could have decided to hold out, take a back seat, really force the issue. Now, I understand that the Niners had a lot of leverage in this deal. I get it. But for everything I'm saying, Brock got what he asked for. In a combination with the Niners got a great deal. We're going to break this thing down. There's some eye-popping details in this contract that is such a win for San Francisco. I'm not even sure how many people are aware. I think a lot of folks, the casual person will go out there and $265 million for Brock Purdy over 5 years. What? No, we got to get into some minutia of this detail. Josh Allen, $55 million. Look, Josh Allen is one of those generational guys, man. He's just a good quarterback. I want to caveat this, though, with this. In the beginning, Josh Allen did struggle. We are giving Brock a hard time when he's still super young in his career. Had a down season last year. There is no way that what transpired with the team last year is going to happen this year. I don't see all the injuries. I don't see all the tragedies. Just Robert Saleh being back in the building, man, and just doing common sense things on defense is going to make an enormous difference. Plus the schedule. I think it's really going to be Brock and Kyle's time to cook on offense. I really do. And the defense will just be better by mixing things up, putting folks in the right position, not just staying in a vanilla zone 3/4 of the game. That's a conversation for another time. Tua Tagovailoa. Like, for real? I'm not even going to get into that. Jared Goff, that's an interesting comparison. I hear this a lot of times. You got Jared Goff at $53 million per year. So Brock, as the next man up, is making what Jared Goff makes. People make the argument all the time, well, Brock's got a super team around him. Has anyone seen or paid attention to the offense that the Lions have? They had a pretty decent offensive coordinator on that team as well. I mean, he's pretty. Ben Johnson's all right, He's all right. No, he's probably one of the most brilliant offensive minds I've seen in the past 10 years in the NFL. Not to mention the weapons, the stable of weapons that's on this team. The offensive line, okay? David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell, Graham Glasgow, Frank Ragnow. I mean, really? I mean, this is, let's just say it. They have a better offense. They had a better offense even when the Niners had a healthy Brandon Ayuk and a fading Deebo Samuel. Now, I say this. George is definitely the best tight end in football. That would be silly to question that. But Sam Laporta is absolutely, positively no slouch. Okay? But we don't say nothing at all about Jared Goff making his $53 million. Again, Brock could have, for what he's already done, I really feel like Brock could have made a bigger stink of this and held out more. Lamar Jackson, again, once in a generation talent, man. Lamar Jackson's Lamar Jackson. When his next deal is up, he'll jump Dak Prescott, no doubt. Jalen Hurts. I like Jalen, man. Jalen's also got a good supporting cast, a good team around him as well. I think that if Brock Purdy were put on the Eagles, Brock could do a lot of what Jalen does. Now, don't get me wrong, Jalen's a much bigger frame and the whole tush push and things like that. I'm sure Brock couldn't pull that off. He probably ended up getting a concussion, bless his heart. But Brock was the next man up and took basically tied 7th place money. But something that's interesting here that I want to highlight, that I want to point out about this contract are these cap hits over these first few seasons. So on these cap hits, man, in 2025, next year, Brock's percentage of the cap is 3.3%. I haven't looked this up, but I would go so far as to say I think Brock's cap hit is less than like Sam Darnold's cap hit. In 2026, Brock's cap hit is like 8.4, 8.5% of the total cap. Like, you can't get any team friendlier than that. I really feel like Brock took this deal understanding that, yes, he needs some help around him. And by coming to this agreement, by taking this front-loaded deal, it provides generation-changing wealth for himself and for his family. It provides security. It also provides the Niners the ability to go out here now. Really, it's not much they can do from a standpoint of anything in free agency now, right? They really cut costs, as everyone knows. I haven't seen anything officially announced, but Fred Warner just got a deal too. I really believe if Brock pulls if Brock pulls the whole, well, I'm the next man up, I'm holding out for $61 million, and makes it a bigger stink, I really feel like Brock would have been able to pull more money out of this deal. I really, really do. Or the 49ers season would have just been lost. I mean, no offense, man. Mac Jones has some traits about him, a stronger arm than Brock. But I'm just being honest, man. Mac Jones would be a statue back there. And with the line that we have, you're going to need to be mobile, period. Mac Jones wouldn't make it 4 or 5 games. He'd probably be done for the year, especially with all the other teams in the Niners division building their defense like the Niners had it a few years ago. So, yeah, I don't think Mac Jones would have made it. But I really feel like Brock could have held out and had this deal higher. Instead, he made it a point he wanted to get this thing done, get it done before OTAs. Super team friendly, great structure that's a win-win for himself, his family, and the organization. Now, Niners got the easiest schedule in football. If they mess around and through 12 games are sitting at a 9-3, 10-2, if they have a very, very good winning record, maybe because they have availability now, maybe they do go make a huge splash before the trade deadline. We'll just have to see on that. But again, a lot of people, I heard a lot of folks talking, seeing a lot of commentary that we're going to see just how nice of a young Christian man Brock Purdy's going to be. Let's see if he goes out and asks for $65 million. And I've seen reports of all this. Brock asked for $65 million and all this craziness being reported. I don't know how you go from, if you really asked for 65, okay, how you got down to $53 million per season. It just doesn't pass the smell test. I think Brock really did the right thing here. He signed a team-friendly deal, a team-friendly structured, to where these guys, our guys, these San Francisco 49ers, should be able to compete for years to come with this deal. And, when it comes to later in the contract, your 28, your 29, your 20, 30 seasons, this cap percentage keeps going up. I want to be clear. After 3 seasons, you'll know if truly Brock's that forever quarterback that retires as a 49er, and they'll redo this deal way before those percentages or those cap hits even come into play. This is a win-win. Win-win for Brock, win-win for the organization. I'm super excited, man. I'm pumped up. The season cannot get here soon enough. I'm really excited to see what we do, truthfully, on defense. That's what I'm really paying attention to. I'm looking forward to Kyle scheming up things without Deebo Samuel. It's time to get creative again, Kyle. It's the easiest schedule in football, boss. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think you need to win 10 games. If you don't win 10 games with this talent and this schedule, it's going to be a tough deal. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that Brock Purdy gets a pass. All eyes will be on Brock. It's time for Brock to perform. I am confident that he absolutely will. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that this is a win-win for the franchise, for the organization, for Brock as well? Do you think that for whatever reason Brock got too much money? If you liked the video today, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, take care and be blessed.